Hello and welcome. This is the older gamer's perspective, and this particular video is part 2 of my ongoing saga to explore Elite Dangerous Odyssey as a player returning to this game. I've spent many hundreds of hours before on this game. I have another character on a different account. I bought this account especially to play this series, basically because I didn't want to delete that character. I know I can do a wipe save, but I just couldn't bring myself to wipe out that character that I'd spent so long on. So here I am with Commander OG perspective. We're forging a new path. We're starting again. In last week's episode, I jumped through many hoops that Frontier Development put in my way before I could actually sit in the cockpit of this Sidewinder that we see before us. There was some saving grace to it all in it that I could actually walk around the hangar. I could actually walk around the landing pad where the Sidewinder sat. And I could actually, I could stare at this thing and I could get a scale of how big it was by just walking up to it. That was fantastic. To go down in the lift and to be able to walk up to that ship and to know that in the future when I buy bigger ships, I'm going to be able to walk around those as well. That was fantastic. It's tainted slightly by the fact that VR is not supported for this particular mode of walking around spaceships or hangars or walking around my ship on the landing pad. You have this sort of flat screen effect appearing within the VR space. I don't know why they did that. Anyway, minor grumbles aside, in this second part, I'm going to start doing some trade runs or some missions or whatever it is that I can get my hands on to start earning some money. My goal is to eventually move towards colonization, and to do that I'm going to need big ships and big money. So I need to earn money pretty fast, but I don't want to jump on every single fashionable high earning thing that comes on YouTube, go off and bounty hunt this, go off and mine that. I kind of did all that on my first playthrough, and I think it was one of the reasons I burnt out on this game. I want to fixate on the thing that I really love to do in Elite Dangerous, which is trading. I know it's not for everybody, but it is for me. So I'm going to be focusing on that in these playthroughs. And you can see whether or not I succeed or fall flat on my face. So my commander is sort of there looking happy-ish, and I'm ready to go into the first mission. I'm in, by the way, a flat screen version of the game here at 1440. I'm doing that because I do find that sometimes when you're in VR, going through menus for trading and things like that, it's not a lot of fun, especially if you want to use Inara, which is a tool for trading that I'll come to later. But yeah, I switch between VR and flat screen regularly when I play Elite Dangerous, or at least I did when I played it all those years ago, and I'm finding it quite natural to do now. And I booted this up into flat screen without a second thought, thinking, yep, I'm going to be wanting to do some menu stuff, so let's get on with that. Okay, so let's continue our story. At the end of the story, or the end of the episode, last time I just got into the ship and had received a message from somebody mysterious offering me something mysterious. So let's take a look at that. We can do open play because we're rogue. That was minus because I've also installed
all systems ready to go.
I've also installed voice attack and a HCS voice pack that I bought back in the day. And minus is voiced by Paul Darrow, who played Avon in the legendary Blake's 7. Sadly passed away now. Rest in peace, Paul Darrow. But his voice lives on in Elite Dangerous, guiding us in a sarcastic manner across the universe. Okay, so let's have a look at that message. I'm actually going to turn the voice off there because otherwise he's just going to keep interrupting me. And I don't need the voice on yet because I am just looking to do the messages up here. So let's have a look. So what have we got here? We've got dignitary waters, giving me a new opportunity. And we've also got Jack Larenth, complimentary gift. Now, a complimentary gift was the original message that I saw there. So I'm going to open that and see what it says. So pleased to offer a Sidewinder paint job to all licensed partners. Well, I've just been there and seen that. Well, that's disappointing, isn't it? I thought that was going to be a mission. It's offering me a paint job that I've already collected. Okay, so I am going to delete that message because I've already done that. Dignitary waters. I feel there's a joke in there somewhere. Dignitary waters. That sounds like it should be funny, but I can't think why. Okay, let's open this. A new opportunity. We would like to invite you to participate. Unique opportunity. Earn some credits. Build your reputation. Okay. A mission has been added to your transaction screen in the external interface panel. Please read through the details. Consider your offer carefully. Perhaps we'll work together. Let's just do this. Return. This one over here. Transactions. Yes. A new opportunity. Okay. So, whoops. That's where it is. And it's got a timer on it. 6 days, 16 hours and 23 minutes. I think I can manage to do this mission within that time period. At least I hope I can. So we're going to open it up. So wishes to offer new commanders an opportunity to work with us. Please locate our contact at the Noob Trap. the Noob Trap. The trap for newbies. Yes, there's absolutely nothing can go wrong with that at the Noob Trap. 10,000 credit payment will be provided alongside local mission provide contacts. Helpful guides and articles available in the codex found in your ship's internal panel. Okay, so I think I've kind of automatically accepted this. I'm not sure how that's worked, but I can get rid of it, obviously, but does look like it's kind of auto set me to do this. So I need to go to the Noob Trap, which is an outpost, and land there and talk to somebody there. Okay, that's fair enough. All right, so can I set that? What happens if I go over here to this one? Yes, that took me to the map, and this is, God, I do feel like a real noob, that I haven't played this for so long. No route set. So this is where I need to be, isn't it? This is where I need to go. This is where I am now. Let me just check the fastest route, because otherwise I think it will start sending me all over the place. There's a top tip. If it defaults to the economical route, which then really means it takes ages to get to where you need to get to. So I'll recalculate my active missions. There you go. Okay, that's the mission. I just want to set that. No route set still. That's the information. Market information. And, I can just plot route. There we go, plot route. Gosh, I do still feel like a noob. It's been so long since I've played this. I really can't remember what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay, so that's 2 jumps that we need to make. And we're there. And that's fine. And then I can talk to this geezer and hopefully claim my 10,000 credit reward. Super duper fantastic-y. So go back to here. Now I'm gonna also look at the local services while I'm here and see if there is any other things that I could be doing in that particular system where I am heading towards. So we go to the mission board. Okay, we don't want to do combat particularly, because that will probably mean that we die quite quickly. So let's do transportation. And the green ones usually mean it's fairly safe, and the closer that colour gets to red, the less safe you can be. Ah, look, there's one. Suddenly it's just appeared. It's got this little blue circle next to it. You see that? That means it's in the same area that I'm heading to. This is this Col 258 sector CYN B211. I will take that. And this gives me an idea. I can get 98,000 credits for this, which I'll probably take. I can get 2 Imperial slaves. Okay, all right, whatever. Because it's starting to get an idea of the people that I'm working for. Hey, do you want 98,000 credits? Or how about these 2 slaves? Yeah, I'll take the cash. Or reputation. Okay, we'll accept that mission. Will affect your reputation or balance. Failing or abandoning a mission may result in a penalty. Okay. We'll accept the mission. Mission accepted. I could, of course, also trade. I could take some commodities with me from where I'm going to go, from here to where I'm going to go. And if I bring that up there, it comes up with question marks. And this is because I've never been to that system. So I can't tell really how much I'm going to make in any kind of profit from one to the other. However, before I do that, I'm just going to exit that particular screen there, and I'm going to dive into the ship outfitting side of this screen, and I am going to delete the auto dock. I don't really need that. It's just I can dock manually in a small ship like this. If I get a bigger ship, sure, I'll sort it out. But in this small ship, yeah, I think I can handle the docking. I'm going to replace that with a fuel scoop, because that means that I can refuel at Suns, and that's free, and I don't have to pay for it, which at this early stage of the game, it's kind of vital to try and save the pennies so that you can accumulate the pounds, as it were. And I'm also going to add an extra cargo hold, so that doubles my cargo capacity from 2 to 4. So now if we go over to Inara, a third-party site that's good for working out cargo runs from one station to another, we can work out what's the most profitable cargo we can take, even with this limited 4 units of cargo. It's tiny, but we still need to maximize the profit that we can make with this amount of cargo while we're going there anyway to solve this mission that we've been given and the other one that we've voluntarily signed up for. In order to work out what I should be taking to the Parilance point, I'm going to use Inara, which gives trade data amongst many other things that it can do for you. I'll explore these over the coming weeks. But to start with, let's look at trade routes. Now we click in here for trade routes. Now I'm looking for point to point. I know where I'm coming from and I know where I'm going to. So look at trade route search. And here we've entered Chamberlain's Rest. That's where I started. That's my starting station. And we've got Parilance Point. Now that's the urgent of the 2 missions that I've got. That's got a shorter time span on it, so I'm quite keen to get that one done first. And I can add some additional points here. The only one that really interests is the cargo capacity here. And then I can search. I've asked it to search maximum price age 1 day so that we can get the most recent and up-to-date information. And if we scroll down here, it can show me exports. So we're coming from Chamberlain's Rest to Parilance Point. I'm exporting. If we look down the side here, we can see the profit for these particular routes, for these particular products. Although this one here is 54%, it's actually earning me less credits here than the profit 51% on this particular product. It's given me a profit of 4,204 credits. That's fantastic. And it's power generators that I'm going to need to buy. I'm going to buy those at 2,028 credits, and I'm going to sell them at 3,079. That gives me this profit per trip of 4,204. It's not massive, but it's not bad. We're going there anyway, so we should definitely do that. Now I'm going to jump into the game in VR. I'm going to buy these power generators and I'm going to cast off, and we're actually going to be in space. All this time, we're actually doing something in space now. It seems like forever to have got to this point, but let's go and do it now. Okay, you pick up the story here as I'm on my way to Paralance Point. Unfortunately, I forgot to record the bit before. I recorded the audio, but I didn't set the video to record. Can you believe that? I think it was because I was so stressed with OBS not doing what OBS should really be doing. But at the Chamberlain's Rest, I bought all of the power generators that I could fit in my hold, which was 4. We can look at that over here, I think. Inventory, yeah, power generators 4. And I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to sell it at a profit here at Paralance Point. And we'll see what happens when I get there. But at least I will have done a bit of trading here, and it'll have moved my trading counter up a little bit, and it will have earned me a little bit of money. And hopefully I won't lose all that money by getting my ship destroyed when I go to the Noob trap. It just makes me laugh every time I say it. Anyway, I will edit this out now, and we'll come back to this again once I've reached the space station, little tiny outpost that I'm heading towards now. Well, that was a bit scary. At the last second, the Super Cruise Assist Active decided that it had no line of sight to Paralance Point and decided to disengage itself. And I had to panically, as you just saw there, grab hold of the stick and guide myself around the planet before I face palmed it, which was a little bit worrying, to say the least. Okay, that took forever to get here. I don't know whether that was Super Cruise Active Assist playing it on the safe side, or that Paralance Point is just like particularly far away from the sun. Could be it's a combination of the two. I don't know. But I can tell you that Super Cruise journey took a long time to complete. But I am at least here now, so I need to move into range of requesting docking. And there we go.
Docking request granted.
Okay, we're landing on landing pad 2, which is directly in front of us. That's handy. I don't have to search for it. Sometimes with these little outposts, you do have to search for it. I think I'm going to have to turn my lights on to see what I'm doing. Why is everything in darkness today? Everywhere I've been, it's been complete darkness. Okay, in we go, in we go, in we go, in we go. Oh, hang on. No, landing pad's up there. Whoops. Just missed that ship. It was so dark I couldn't actually see where the landing pad was. All right. We've got it under control now.
Warning, landing gear not deployed.
Oops. Really forgetting everything, aren't I?
Landing gear deployed.
Okay.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Whoa. Well, that was a trip and a half, wasn't it? What can you say? Yeah, let's see how dark it is. Look, if I turn the light, that's the lights on. That's the lights off. Are they saving on electricity out here or something? Why is everything so dark? Right. Light bulbs must be like really expensive in the in this time period. Right. So we're going to refuel. So I couldn't quite scoop enough of the sun there because although I had a fuel scoop, I started to overheat because I'm also out of practice of doing that. And I did pick up some heat damage. So I'm going to have to repair that as well. Okay, so starport services. Let's dive in here. Try and keep my head steady so that you can see what I am doing. So go to the mission board and completed missions. There we go. Mission completed. Now you decide what I want, the cash, the slaves, or the reputation. I'll take the cash, thank you. Okay, we've got a message from them. We'll look at that later. A couple of courier jobs available. I am not going to take those at the moment because I want to look at the power generators that I brought here and see if I've actually... So I'm selling. Remember to change these over, yeah? Buying, you're taking it with you. Selling, you've brought it with you. And where are we? Machinery. Power generators. There we go. We should have made a profit here. So we sell these, 3,984 credits profit. That's pretty much, I think, what Inara said I would make. So we'll sell those. And we've made the money. Yeehaw. Right. Exit this for the time being. And I'm going to go across to my navigation. And I now want to go to Noob Trap. There it is. Gonna lock destination, and I don't think we need to do any of this. It's interesting. Smuggling as well. I'll go look into those later. So we lock destination, and that is now our destination. Launch myself again. Better turn my lights on, I guess. And this time I'm going to use my own judgment on Super Cruise because it disconnected Super Cruise when I most needed it. And also it took forever to do. So here we go. Launching. Okay, off we go. Landing gear stowed. In case you're wondering, I have turned off voice attack because I found that it didn't work with narration terribly well. I'll have to use that for my own private means when I'm doing stuff like that. But for this sort of stuff where I'm recording voiceovers, yeah, that's not working so well. Okay, so we're not mass locked anymore. I can go to Super Cruise.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Now adjust the system to neutral because I don't know. There is a chance that you can get interdicted by pirates along this way, so it's always good to be a little bit careful about what's going on. Space Station Academy, it's again ahead of me is a smaller one of these smaller platform places. That's okay. I like those ones. They're easy to get into. They don't take very long to dock on. Of course, the disadvantage of them is they only take, or usually only take, small or medium ships, mostly small ships, I think. I don't think they do medium ships. Certainly don't do large ships on those. And, oh, blimey. We are quite a way away from the noob trap. So, I will, with the power of editing, come back to you when we're a bit closer. Okay, we have arrived at the noob trap. I don't know whether that was any quicker using manual instead of Super Cruise Assist. Probably a bit more interesting than Super Cruise Assist. I mean, maybe for trade runs, long trade runs, if you want to just, go AFK or something like that, then that might work. Of course, there's the issue of being caught by pirates when you're doing that, but hey, let's request docking permission here, and then we can do some more trading, I guess.
Docking request granted.
Okay, we're on pad number 2 again, which again is right in front of me, so that's fine. In we go. Another ship just landing there. I don't know if that's NPC or an actual commander. If it's an actual commander, 07. Okay, here we are. Is it just me, or is there like a really sinister thing on that landing pad? Okay, landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
Cool. Dark here as well, is it just me?
Docking successful.
Yay. And we're here. Let's switch off the lights. Yes, dark here as well. What is wrong with all of these space stations? Why are they all in darkness? I have no idea. We're here. We're down and we're safe. Got refuel there. Only 10 credits, so I'm going to take that. That's good. And then we're going to Starport Services. And immediately sell these water purifiers. That we brought with us. Where are they? There you go. Water purifiers. Sell for 2,764 credits profit. Fantastic. Let's do that. Yeah, we're bumping that up. We are bumping that up little by little. We're bumping it up. Okay, we're coming out of here. We've got a blue tick on the mission board, which usually means I've done something correct. Completed mission. Dush. There we go. A new opportunity. Partnership. Yep, okay, we've done that. This is the person that we needed to see. The contact, I guess, is done. Accepted.
Mission critical message.
There we go. Exit this. Can I look at... I can. Oh, yay. We got a promotion. We have gone up from whatever we was, and we're now mostly penniless in the field of trade. How about that? That's pretty cool, isn't it? And what else was there? We'll look here. What's that telling us? Okay, she's saying that we've got 10,000 credits in our bank account. You may now view the mission board to take advantage of further opportunities available to you. It's a great way to earn credits, blah, blah, blah. Remember that the pilot's handbook tutorials are varying difficulties. Yep, okay, with that. Good luck out there, Commander OG Perspective. Okay, I think that is quite enough for today, so let's exit out of all of these screens and I can log off. Yeah, that was pretty exciting, all the different things that you had to do to get you back into how the game mechanics work. I nearly blew up my ship doing some fuel scooping at a sun. I nearly crashed at the landing pad. I nearly crashed because I trusted Super Cruise Assist. Lots of nearly crashes there, but I didn't crash at all. I'm a bit concerned at how dark it is everywhere in these different space stations. I think whether this is a result of the fact that I'm using the Quest 3 now, which shows the blacks at a slightly darker tone than my Oculus Rift, which is how I used to play Elite Dangerous. It might be that. If you know, comment below. I am now going to go away and do some trading and do some mission running and build up my wealth sufficiently that I can start to look at a replacement ship for this Sidewinder. I don't know how long that's going to take. I don't really want to make a video of it because I think that would be terribly boring for you all. So I'll go away and I'll do that. And when I'm at a position where I can afford a new ship, I will get back to you with an update on what ship I choose and how I get on with it. In the meantime, I hope you found this video helpful. Fly dangerous, Commander, and I hope to see you in space. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to click the like button, and if you haven't already done so, subscribe. Click the little bell icon if you want to be notified of any future videos.